And we continue learning Mesilas Yesharim with this wonderful Hachzik program. We're beginning the 13th chapter of Mesilas Yesharim, the chapter that deals with Prishos. And I'm sure I'm echoing the words of many, even personally, that who has ever gotten so far in this Hebrew Mesilas Yesharim? I was talking to another Magichir the other day, and he says, yes, it's absolutely incredible. So I thank everyone. By you listening, it gives me the chizek to keep on going. So we pick up on page 267 in the Artscroll Mesilas Yesharim, in Bebeir Midas HaPrishos. And once again, Artscroll does such a beautiful job at pointing out in the box on the bottom that the word prishos, even though literally perhaps you would translate it as abstinence, really you can't fully encapsulate the word prishos with a mere English word, and therefore we're going to call it prishos. Says the Ramchal, ha-prishos itchila ha-chasidus. Prishos is the beginning of chasidus. V'tira, and you should see, shekol ma shebi'arnu adata. Says the Ramchal, we have a Mesilas Yesharim. Until this point is one part. From this point is the second part. Everything we've explained until now, is what you need to be a tzaddik. So the first 70 shiurim were for each and every Jew how we can be a tzaddik. From this point and onward, now we're moving up a level. Now it's no longer to be tzaddik, to be a righteous. Now we're moving into the world of chasidus, to be pious. And therefore it comes out that prishos is related to chasidus. Who as hiras im zrizos, just like the first two, we had ziras and zrizos, which were two parts that went hand in hand. So too prishos goes together with chasidus. Shezeh b'sur meira. One is looking away from the bad, which was zihirus, which is precious, and that was zrizus and chasidus. Zrizus was getting up and doing the good. Zihirus was abstaining. So too we're learning now, precious is abstaining, chasidus is doing good. So says the Ramchal, what is precious? Kaddish atzcha b'moter lach. Now we're taking the permissible and sanctifying yourself with even that which is permissible, which of course now we understand why part one of the Sefer was a tzaddik. Now we're in a higher level. Because this is not just a tzaddik, this is not just one that does what he needs to do, there's even more. Kaddish atzmacha, we sanctify ourselves with that which is permissible. V'zois hi ha'ra'asa shel amila atzma, and this is what the word itself means. Prishos, literally translated as separation. Ratzalaymar, what does the word itself connote? To be separate and distance from the matter. What does that mean? That means something that you could have been close to, you're distancing from. Not like we learned by Zihiros, which is something that you can't be close to. That's an Aveira. Here it's something that you could be close to, but you distance yourself from. That what we want to avoid being close to that which is Asr itself. And the nature of this separation is not just or simply to not do that which is allowed. Rather, anything that could be a goyrim, that could cause something that is bad. Even though now it's not directly causing it. So as we'll keep on seeing this nuance, that it's not something that is bad, it's something that causes. It's always a one step removed. This is not sidkus, this is chasidus. And certainly something that's not bad itself, it's not halachically forbidden. Still you have to keep yourself distance from it. Continues Ramchal explaining what is this prishos. And as Ramchal always does, he takes an entity, he defines it, then he further subcategorizes it. So we could break this down into three parts. Yesh ha'isur natzman, something that is aser. Yesh siyag yoiseyam, there are the fences, the boundaries. Vehem, and that is like gzeiros, those are the gzeiros, hamishmaros, and the safeguards. And number three, So number two, the siyag, the precious, the basic level was for everyone. Number three, the precious is what? The herchik, the distance, which is just for those, for each and every parish. To go within himself, not fences that are necessarily near for the public, not necessarily a siyag that everyone has to do, but a personal fence for those that got to the 71 of Hachzik, for those who want to be a parish. It's an extra additional safeguard. To take something which is even heter, even allowed, which is not also to everyone. It's not an Issa Deraisa. It's not an Issa Derabanan. But still, the lifresh mehem, for the eventual goal to stay far away. Meaning, we're still distancing from that Isser. It could be I didn't say this point clearly before. We're still trying to stay away from that Isser. But there's an item that's Usser. Then we have the fence that all of Klal Yisrael is bound by. Everyone has this siyag, everyone has this fence to stay away from the Isser. But now, you know what the parish does? Says the next level, which is really mutter, which is really permissible, but he even doesn't do this so that he's so far removed from that which is actually us, and we'll pick it up from here in the next year. B'siyato Dishmayo.